courthouse is architecturally significant for two reasons. One, it is this transition building from Georgian to federal architecture. James Wren is the designer or architect of the Fairfax County Courthouse. So this courthouse is different. When Wren designed it, he made it two-story. I don't know of an earlier two-story courthouse in Virginia. And he used some influence from the federal period, which was just coming into vogue.
It was a unique design, at least in Virginia. It mirrored more of an English town hall field with the arcade out front.
The most interesting thing about the courthouse, or the most striking element of the courthouse, I think, is actually the front arches. That seems to be the thing that most people recognize.
It's also architecturally significant because of its 1960s restoration.
The Confederate and the Union Army both occupied it for times. Fairfax Court did not meet here during that time, but when they moved back in 1865, essentially the entire interior was destroyed.
So Walter Macomber, when he renovated this building, he used a lot of colonial revival elements. For example, that classical surround behind the judge's bench. Normally in the colonial period you had 4 or 5 magistrates sitting up there, not just one. There was also space for the jury, attorneys, sheriffs, that sort of thing. And then the general public was behind a rail.
It's just a totally different architectural style. And a lot of people think that it reminds them of churches. That's kind of by design.
The windows on the second story are 12/8, which it's called 12/8 double hung sash. You want a big window, but they didn't have the technology to make giant panes of glass like we do now. So you had 12 little panes of glass. There are 5 interior chimneys, which go to fireplaces on the interior. And finally, another Georgian element on this building is the brick bond. And here, in looking at this pillar, which again is Georgian, like the arcaded loges had pillars and federal courthouses had columns instead, you can get a close-up and see the brickwork. It's what's called Flemish bond. And Flemish bond has a header, and then a stretcher, and then a header. So the header, the short end of the brick, stretcher's long end, header, short end again. So it alternates, but the way it works, it sort of looks like a plus sign from each row to another. So this is the most expensive pretty much brick bond, and it's very high class. The best place to really get to know the age of a building is the attic. That's where your history of the building is. Here we are in the attic of the historic Fairfax County Courthouse. You can see both original construction elements and newer construction, modern construction elements. For example, these king post trusses here with the main supports, these I can tell because of the saw marks that they're original. Above them we can see the original beams. And these beams I can see are what's called reciprocating sawn. That means the saw basically was an up and down saw. And those were in use until about 1840 when you got circular saws.
This is the oldest public building still owned by Fairfax County, and it's all hand hewn. The workers literally cut down trees, full timbers, and trim them and cut them to size.
If you look down here, you can see, kind of see the mortise and tenon. Basically, the mortise is a hole in the floor joist, and the other joist would go into it with the tenon. So it's kind of like a puzzle. And because these pieces were on the ground, you'd get up to the second story and wonder, okay, which tenon goes into which mortise? So they used Roman numerals to indicate what went where. So here you have an X, a Roman number 10. Here you have an X. So the builder knew to put this tenon into this mortise. Even the Greeks used this type of construction motif. Also, there's a cupola. You can see the base of the cupola in the attic. That's a later addition. The cupola was put on in the 1840s, but you can see the extra support for that cupola. As I mentioned, the cupola has more support than the rest of the building, obviously, because it has the heavy bell. But you can see up here, you can see the pegs inserted to strengthen that mortise and tenon joinery to ensure that nothing falls down. Some of the rafters have bark edges. Dendrochronologists can take a core sample of that and they can date the beam based on that. So you know when that tree was cut down, what kind of tree it was, where it came from. There are all these little clues, and you never know with modern technology what you're going to learn.
So much of what the county became was created in that courthouse, and to know that it's right there, and you can kind of feel that history whenever you walk into it.